Hello, I'm John Baxter. I'm a lecturer at the University of Bradford, and I've put together this short presentation to give you some information about the new BSc Paramedic Science degree that's offered by the University of Bradford. This presentation is specifically for mentors who will be looking after and mentoring the students when they come out on placement with the ambulance service. The course at Bradford is a little bit different to other courses offered in the country, in that it's a 4-year sandwich degree. That means that the students spend 2 years at Bradford studying, with placements within different care settings, and then in their 3rd year they're working for YAS as an EMT too. When the students return to the university, they'll complete some more education designed to bring them up to the level of a paramedic, and then they should graduate with the BSc Honours, together with the ability to register with the HCPC. The degree course at Bradford was developed in collaboration with YAS, and because of that, it utilises joint teaching. Some of the courses delivered at the university, whilst the students spent 4 weeks each year at Man & Mill Training School, focusing on their clinical skills. As we all know, the job of the paramedic has changed an awful lot in the last few years. At the university, we utilise a type of learning called problem-based learning. And the rationale for this is to give the students the ability to develop critical thinking skills, skills which hopefully they'll be able to transfer across different environments when they qualify as paramedics. And in that way, they should be able to deal with the undifferentiated caseload that can be expected for paramedics nowadays. If you'd like to know more about PBL, you can click on the link here or type it into your browser. And it gives you a 5-minute presentation about PBL from a university where it was first developed, Maastricht University in Holland. The College of Paramedics released their career framework in 2014, and in it they recommend that all paramedics on graduation and entering the register should be at BSc Honours level. Because of that, the Bradford course was set up at this level from the beginning. Recruitment to the course is via the UCAS system. Students require 128 UCAS points to be eligible for the course. This is equivalent to an A and 2 Bs at A level. Students are interviewed with members of the university staff and members of YAS staff present. They also have to complete full DBS checks and have a full clean UK driving licence. The driving licence is important because when the students come to their 3rd year, they will be working for YAS as an EMT too, and obviously will need to drive during that year. The course is not funded by the NHS, and the NHS has withdrawn a lot of funding for healthcare courses such as nursing, midwifery and physiotherapy in the last year. The students work a 32-week academic year, and during this time they'll spend time at university and time on placement. And these are not just traditional ambulance placements, but also placements across the wider NHS. In the 1st year, for example, the students have already been out to spend time with health visitors and also with the Learning Disability Trust. 4 weeks of every academic year are taught at a YAS training school. Currently this is done at Man & Mill. The university uses varied assessment methods for the students, and this can include written work, lab reports, presentations, OSCEs, and most importantly for mentors, the practice assessment documentation. In the 1st year of the course, the students study one module across both semesters called Introducing Paramedic Science. And in this module, they will study basic anatomy and physiology and professional issues surrounding paramedic science. The assessment for this module consists of a lab report, which was about ECGs or about respiratory patterns, a multiple choice exam at the end of the year, a presentation and an essay which supports the presentation. In each semester, the students also have placement modules. These are imaginatively titled Paramedic Professional Practice 1, Paramedic Professional Practice 2, and you may see a theme emerge as we go through the programme. These are both 30 credit modules. In the first semester, the students visited PTS, EOC, did a week with health visitors, a week in a learning disability trust, and 2 weeks at Manor Mill. In the second module, the students will be spending the whole of the placement hours on an A&E ambulance or an RRV with the mentors. And they also have 2 weeks at Manor Mill to consolidate the skills that they learn. The assessments for these modules are by portfolio, so it's direct observation from the mentors. It's by completing OSCEs back at university or at Manor Mill, and the students also have to complete written reflections for the placement modules. In Year 2, the students study a 60 credit module which spans the academic year, called Developing Paramedic Science, and this builds on the knowledge they gained in Year 1 and introduces concepts of pathophysiology, pharmacology, and more professional issues. They also have 2 placement modules, Paramedic Professional Practice 3 and Paramedic Professional Practice 4. And the design of Year 2 is that the placements are drip-fed across the whole year. And the reason for this is, at the end of the year, the students will be commencing their sandwich year as EMT2. In Year 3, the students will spend a year employed by YAS as an EMT2. They'll have a full EMT scope of practice and could be working anywhere in Yorkshire. YAS will provide the emergency driving at the beginning of the year, and there will be support during the year from university for the students, but there's no academic requirements for that year, so no assignments in effect. And the students will start, because of the driving requirements really, in staggered cohorts from June through to September. And when they've done the 12 months, they'll have the rest of the summer off and then return to university for Year 4. The structure of Year 4 is a little bit different. The students study one module called Integrating Paramedic Science and Practice across the year, and this module includes the placements as well as theory at university, and it's assessed by quite a lengthy assignment, not quite as long as a dissertation, but in that region, and also by the students completing a practice assessment document. And at the end of the course they will also have OSCEs and an exam. Passing all those will give them the degree qualification and the ability to register with the HCPC. Running alongside those in each semester will be two 30 credit modules, and the students can choose anything they like really from the School of Health CPD catalogue. So that could be advanced pathophysiology, advanced patient assessment, it could be a diabetes module or a cardiovascular module. It's entirely up to them. So that's a brief overview of the course. You should all receive a copy of the Practice Placement Educator's Handbook, and if you'd like to get in touch with any of the people who are involved in setting up or delivering the course, contact details are also on the screen. There's a couple more videos you may be interested in. Certainly the first one introduces PebblePad and everything the student will need to complete whilst they're out on placement. And it's a step-by-step guide so you know what they have to do. You will also receive logins for PebblePad, so you can go on to the site and access the students' portfolios and give them feedback if you wish to. This is not compulsory, but something you may want to do. The bottom clip is a short guidance video showing how to go about doing this. So I'd just like to thank you for volunteering to mentor our students. We will be running some catch-up days whilst the students are out with you on placement, and they're for you and the students. Come if you wish to, and we hope to see some of you there. Thanks very much.